Heap's Graphs Analysis module is all about doing counts of things and seeing how those counts trend and change over time. This can be anything from the count of times a button was clicked to the count of users who have performed some particular action, or even users who meet a certain set of criteria. When you come into this analysis module, the first thing you will need to do is determine what type of graph you will be building by selecting from this graph type dropdown. As you can see, there are several different options available to you here, with an explanation of which each does listed to the right. But I want to point out two of the most common types, count and count unique. The reason I bring these up is not just because they're the most common to use, but they're also the most common to confuse. If user A and user B are both on your site, and each of them visits the homepage 5 times, the count of view homepage would be 10, but the count unique of your homepage would just be 2. Let's go ahead and build a simple count graph to get a baseline of usage. After selecting your graph type, you will then want to select the event you're wishing to analyze. You can simply scroll through your events, type in the event name, or you can even type in the category name to find your desired selection. From here, you can select the date range in which you want to analyze this event, as well as the granularity in which you want to see the breakdown of your analysis. Once you click Run Query, you will be able to see the number of times this particular event has occurred in the last week, broken out by day. Head into the table view for a more clear-cut breakdown of this. This is a really good starting point if you don't have any insight into how users are performing or just how many people are even doing an event in the first place. But this is pretty limited because this is informational data, so it doesn't actually allow you to take any action. In order to drive your business forward and know what caused a dip or spike, you need to dig into the data to understand the users who are performing this action. So you should start asking additional questions of this, like who were the users who clicked on this? Have these users attended any events? Or where were they when they clicked on this? This will all be accomplished using the query modifiers. Go ahead and group by city and see how the analysis changes. Now, you're looking at the number of times this event has occurred over the past week, broken out by city. Anytime you have more than 10 properties or 10 groups that you've broken users into, Heap will only show you the top 10. Everything else gets aggregated into this other category. If you want to see the top 50 results, you can head into the table view. If you still have this other category, you can either hide it by clicking this Hide Other button on the top right, or you can export this list to see up to 200,000 rows. The Graphs Analysis module also allows you to create a double graph, so you can do direct comparisons of 2 events simultaneously. To do this, you'll select the Add Graph, then choose your graph type, and enter in the second event you'd like to analyze. Now you can see how these 2 events are performing stacked up next to each other. Continue digging into this analysis by using more and more of those query modifiers. Once you've built the report the way you desire, be sure to save it to return to time and time again.